Okay, welcome to the video. Sig Sauer Guy here. This is going to be a video all about the punch alignment kit that I've been offering to people on Facebook for a while now. I've sold a ton of these things, and then I still get private messages each and every day, people asking, what does it do, what is it used for, what guns does it work in, so on and so forth. So I'm going to go over that today, the guns that I use it in, and included in the kit are two punches, two different sizes. You got the smaller green one and the bigger blue one. And then in the kit, I throw in two stickers, Sig Sauer Guy stickers as well. So first we'll start off with the 365. I'll show you what I use the pins for in that. And then we'll move on to the 320 and the P226. So with that, let's get started. So as you can see, I got the slide removed. I'm going to use the smaller green pin alignment tool to remove the pin from the module that captures and holds my FCU in place. The pin does have a rounded edge, so if you have a Sear coated grip module and it does slip off of that pin, you don't have to worry about scratching or ruining your grip module. So as you can see, the alignment tool fits perfectly right through that hole, and it's just as easy as that to remove that pin, which will allow you to remove the FCU from your grip module. So as you can see, I have the smaller alignment tool going through the 365 FCU on this side, through the Sear spring, and partially coming out the hole on this side. Because of how stiff and strong the little Sear spring is there, it's very difficult to get the Sear and the Sear spring into position just using the pivot pin that it pivots on. So because the handle gives you a lot more leverage, it allows you to line up all this stuff. And then you just simply take the pin, insert it from this side, pushing the alignment tool out and reinstalling the pin into its proper position. Now we've moved on to the P320, and as you can see, I have this FCU all taken apart. There are two different size holes here. We have the bigger hole for the safety lever, which that pin fits perfectly through. And we have the smaller hole for the Sear alignment tool. So the first step in reassembling the trigger mechanism in here is the safety lever. So the safety lever has this big hole through the middle of it, which fits perfect on this punch. And what we do is we look straight through the side here, through that hole, and we line up this hole as close to center as we can get it. And then once we have that, we can take our alignment tool and put it up through the bottom. Getting it right through the center of that safety lever. And then we can take the pivot pin for the safety lever, and we can use that to push the punch out as the pin goes in. And just like that, it's properly lined up. As you can see here, I have the smaller alignment tool. This is called the Sear alignment tool, going through the FCU, through the safety lever, through the Sear, through the other side of the FCU, and it's coming out this side here. So it's a lot easier to use the alignment tool to push through all of these parts and get them lined up, which makes it very easy to install the pivot pin through the FCU and through all the parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start backing my punch out a little bit so I can get my pin started. And then I'm just going to push in on my pin at the same time. It's going to push out on my punch, and it's going to easily line all those parts up and get that pin back into position where it belongs. Okay, moving on to the P226, and a lot of the other P series are obviously the same. So here we have the Sear alignment tool going through the frame, through the ejector, through half of the Sear, through the Sear spring, through the other half of the Sear, through the safety lever, and through the frame, and then coming out the other side here. So as you can see, I even have my Sear spring hooked up, which puts tension on all these parts, and you're going to see how easy it is still to put this pin in and out. So with all those parts lined up, and this is actually why the tool was actually developed anyway for this particular purpose right here, hence the name Sear alignment tool. So I'm going to start to back this out so I can make room for my pivot pin. I'm going to stick that right in here, and then we're just going to push that straight through, just like that. Okay, and then you just want to make sure it's pushed in far enough. to where the slide isn't gonna contact it. And then check the other side as well, make sure that's recessed, which it is. And there you go, it's that easy. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the bigger alignment tool going through the hammer. This pin isn't really hard to put in by itself, as the hammer is the first part to put together anyway. So there's no springs or anything like that, which is making it difficult. But I just wanted to show you that it is a perfect fit. If you have another firearm where it's the same size pin, this tool will certainly help make it easier to reinstall the pin. So once again, I'm going to use the pin to push the punch out of the hole. And then I'm going to center that pin in there. And as you can see, I have everything still hooked up and functioning except my hammer strut. But you can see how easy them pins are to put in with the proper tool. Okay, there you go. That's what I use these pins for in the guns that I have, and certainly they can be used on many different model guns and different size pins, whatever. I find I'm using these for more and more things, taking out the takedown levers, all kinds of stuff. So a little bit about the punches themselves. They are printed off, okay, so they do take a little while to make. I don't keep a ton here. I usually get them in batches of 20 kits, and they go really fast. So I just came home, had 20 kits in my mailbox. I've already sold 10 kits tonight, so these won't last probably the rest of the night, certainly not through tomorrow. If I'm out, it only takes a few days to get them from my supplier, and then I ship them the next day. As far as payment, just message me, Eric Shun, on Facebook, and then I will send you the ordering information. Payment is through PayPal. It's very easy. I send you the link, PayPal me. You just click on it, type in the dollar amount, hit send, that's it. And then I will send you a screenshot of once I receive your payment as your receipt, and then just verify your address on your PayPal so I ship it to the right place. About the swag, I get these printed off by Osage. So they do stickers and stuff in-house. They do t-shirts as well. So if you're a medium or small business, or you're just looking for some swag, certainly send them a message on Facebook. Excellent company. They do so many things. It's kind of amazing the amount of stuff that they do, especially for me. I'm very appreciative that they can take care of stuff like this for me. So shoot them a message if you want swag. Shoot me a message if you want the pin alignment kits. As always, thank you for watching, and have a good day.